Alright guys, it looks like we are live now. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Oh man, whew, it was difficult to get up this morning, or should I say in the middle of the night. It is 3 a.m. right now where I'm at in Japan. Audio's working, camera's working, we're good to go. The game is actually going to start. Today we've got Dodgers versus Astros Game 3. The game is scheduled to start in about 8 minutes. I'm about to go in there and heat up some water to make some coffee. I'm going to grab a little something to drink, and then I'll come right back here. Just wanted to get the live stream going first. And then I'll be back to call Game 3. And hopefully the Astros will get the sweep today. And in just a few minutes, we'll have the opening pitch. I'll get the information for you about the lineups in just a moment. All right, be right back. I'm going to see how fast I can eat one bowl of cereal. Hot water is going. I'll have enough for my coffee in just a few moments. I'm trying to wake up. Alright everybody, I finished just in time as Ohtani is stepping into plate for the Dodgers. He will be the leadoff batter against Spencer Arrighetti. Everybody's ready to go. Arrighetti's on the mound, got the call. Here comes the pitch. First one, inside fastball for ball one. 1-0 versus Ohtani. A little low in the zone, but strike. That's 1-1. Ohtani takes timeout, steps away from the box. Ohtani's average is now up to 318. He had a pretty good game against the Astros yesterday and was a big part of the reason why they jumped out to a lead. Next pitch is way inside and low for ball two. Count is 2-1. The Astros were really getting beat up. I don't know if you got to see the highlights or anything about the game other than the actual score, but it was difficult. This one is down the middle, 95-mile-per-hour heater. Ohtani took a good swipe at it, but he was only able to get a foul tip. Yeah. Victor Caratini appears to be behind the plate, and that looked like it bothered him. That ball bounced around in his glove after it was tipped. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Another foul tip into the glove of Caratini. Caratini gets angry a little bit. Yeah, he took his glove off. He hit the glove on his hand and is shaking his hand. I guess that hurts. Man, that's got to be difficult. 2-2 is the count. Here comes the pitch. This one is hit pretty hard to center field, but it's going to be playable for Jake Myers. He comes over, grabs it, no problem. So they put Ohtani away for the first out of the inning. Good start for Spencer Arrighetti, getting that big out. Alvarez is going to be playing in left field today. Myers in center field. I almost said first field. In center field, Joey Loberfito in right. Bregman, Pena, Altuve, and Singleton will make up the infield again with Arrighetti on the mound. Caratini behind the plate, and I would guess that Diaz will be DHing. Next batter is Teoscar Hernandez. He takes a strike from Arrighetti for an 0-1 count. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. A little outside. Not too far from that outside corner, but ball one. 1-1 against Hernandez. And I am correct, Diaz is DHing today. Here comes the 1-1 pitch versus Hernandez. That one's way outside and in the dirt. Gets away from Arrighetti, not Arrighetti, I'm sorry. Gets away from Caratini, but doesn't matter. 2 balls and 1 strike. Here comes the 2-1 pitch from Arrighetti. That one's in there on the inside corner for strike. 2-2. If you guys are just joining, I welcome you. The Astros are facing the Dodgers at home in Minute Maid Park for Game 3 of this series. The Astros are looking to sweep this series and send the Dodgers packing. That would be great. That win yesterday, that game, woof, something else. 2-2 pitch. What a great pitch by Arrighetti. A massive breaking ball. The bottom fell out of it. Hernandez went after it, couldn't connect, and it wound up basically in the dirt. Caratini was able to grab it and get the tag on Hernandez. So that'll be out number 2 as Hernandez goes down swinging. That brings up Gavin Lux. First pitch to him is high and outside for ball 1. If you didn't have a chance to get the information about that game yesterday, you can always click on my channel and there's a summary that I made. It's about 6 minutes long. Second pitch inside, fouled back for strike 1. Past couple of games, what I've done is make about a 5 to 6 minute video just giving the summary, the game summary. And I just use the Associated Press's game summary in order to share that with you, so you can always check that out. Next pitch is way outside and low for ball 2, 2-1. By the way, watching my other videos, looking at the summaries and other content helps out my channel, so I'd appreciate that. 2-1 pitch, a little low, just missing the zone by a couple of inches. He takes it for ball 3. It's 3-1 as Arrighetti falls behind Lux. Lux calls timeout, backs out, takes a couple of practice swings. He's back in the box now. Arrighetti gets the call that he wants. Here comes the pitch. That one's in there in the bottom of the zone for a strike. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Full count. The first full count for Arrighetti so far. Blanco yesterday when he was pitching was just constantly throwing full counts, and he ran out of steam within just a few innings. That one's going to miss down for a walk, way low and inside. Ball 4. That's going to put Lux on first base with 2 outs. Let's move him on to first there. Jason Hayward is going to be the next batter. He moves up a spot into the 4th cleanup spot. First pitch to him is look like kind of a sweeper, a little inside and low, but the ump liked it. Strike 1. The 0-1 pitch on the way. This one's high in the zone. Fouled back for strike 2. Arrighetti jumps ahead in the count. No balls and 2 strikes. Dodgers have 1 runner on first after a walk. This will be the 20th pitch for Arrighetti. And here comes the pitch. That one's in the dirt. Check swing. He wasn't able to hold. He went around. That's strike 3. Caratini makes the tag anyway, but Hayward made no attempt to run to first base. So that's it for the Dodgers in the top of the first. And no problem for the Astros. No problem for Arrighetti as they put away the first 3 batters. Of course, coming up for the Astros in the bottom of the second, starting off with my hero, Jose Altuve. He'll be the leadoff, followed by Alex Bregman and Yordan Alvarez. I'll be right back. I'm going to go get my hot water for my coffee. Today's starter for the Dodgers is River Ryan. This is his 2nd career start in the MLB. He was the Dodgers' number 4 prospect, taken in the 11th round by the Padres. His first pitch to Altuve is on the way. Wow, he almost takes off Altuve's head with a 96-mile-per-hour fastball. Altuve just jumps out of the way at the last moment. That was dangerous. No ball, 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the pitch to Altuve. That one's a little outside. Surprised that could have been called either way, but Fastball just missed for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes against Altuve. Third pitch is on the way. Low for ball 3. Altuve quickly ahead in the count here. 3-0 count to Jose Altuve. Here comes the pitch from Ryan. That one's a little low, but on the corner. Altuve looked like he was going to run to first, and he's smiling, laughing about that. He gave a funny motion like he was going to run to first while staring at the umpire, but that was strike 1. So 3-1. That was funny. Altuve is cute. Next pitch is outside. Quickly, that's Altuve running down to first base. He knew that was outside, so that'll be a leadoff walk for Jose Altuve. No outs. Oh yeah, I forgot to change the base runner, but now it's correct, so it's all right. Altuve fixed that for me. I'm glad that I have this hot water jug that I can bring my hot water in here to make my coffee. It's great. Alex Bregman comes up to bat. This one is outside. Another ball from Ryan. 5 of the first 6 pitches here. Is that right? Or balls? Yeah, that's right. 5 of the first 6 pitches are balls from Ryan. He's going to have to throw strikes to Bregman. 1 ball, no strikes. Here comes the pitch. Nope, he goes over the first. Altuve dives back, no problem. Bregman back in the box, ready for the pitch. Ryan looking for the sign. He's got it. Here comes the pitch. That one's low and away. Another ball from Ryan. 2-0 the count against Bregman, who had the game-winning monster blast yesterday. And I'm not just saying that because it was a home run. I'm tired of the rhetoric. People say that a home run is a blast. All home runs are, it's a blast to left field, and barely goes over the fence. No, this one was over the railroad tracks. Next pitch to him is on the outside corner, but just barely strike 1. That was not a good pitch to be swinging at, though, so I can't blame him for not swinging. That pitch could have been called either way. Ryan gets the call he wants. The count's 2-1 with Altuve on first. Here comes the pitch to Bregman. Low and in the dirt. That's ball 3. 3-1 to Bregman. He's threatening to walk Bregman. 2 leadoff walks in the first inning. That'd be great. It would be really nice to get to Ryan early, shake him up, and have a big inning. Wouldn't that be great for the Astros to have a great first inning? Score a bunch of runs. Here comes the 3-1 pitch. This one's way outside. Altuve was stealing, but it doesn't matter. Bregman walked on 5 pitches just like Altuve. Awesome. Astros have runners on first and second with Yordan Alvarez coming to bat. No outs so far in this inning. Let's put Altuve on second base there. There we go. Yeah, I'm really glad I got this hot water kettle because this game moves so quickly. I don't have time to go in there and make my coffee and heat up my water and all of that stuff and then come back. By that time, it would be through the inning. I can't do that, so I have to go in there and grab my hot water and then bring it back and do the pour over right here. Here we go. The first pitch to Yordan should be on the way. Runners on first and second, no outs. Way outside, another ball. So ball 1 to Alvarez, 1-0. Okay, Ryan looking for the call right now. He's got it. Here comes the pitch. This one's low and inside and skied out to left, and it looks like it's going to go out of play. That's strike 1. Counts even now, 1-1. Alvarez is just batting .253 this year with runners in scoring position. Not stellar at all. He also has a lack of home runs. He's only at 21 home runs. I feel like he should be over 30. He should be up there by Ohtani right now. Ryan takes a long time. Here comes the delivery on the inside corner, and that one's sky to left field. Don't Doesn't look like it's going to be deep enough for a play or a tag by Altuve, and it's not. Runners will hold. So Alvarez flies out with a weak shot to left field. Bregman and Alvarez remain on first and second. One away for the Dodgers. Yainer Diaz will be coming to the plate now in the DH position. .289 is the average. Excellent for Diaz, batting .289 right now. Runners on first and second, one out. Here comes the pitch. That one was right down the middle for strike. No balls, one strike to Yainer Diaz. Diaz also had an excellent game yesterday. Had key hits just when they needed them. 0-1. Here comes the pitch from Ryan. This one is hit to line drive. Bounces one time, and they're able to get a double play ball and end the inning. It looked like it was caught in the air at first. Altuve was going back to second, but then realized that it had bounced, but it didn't matter because they forced Alex Bregman at second and Yainer Diaz at first. That was a disappointing opening. 2 leadoff runners, and the Astros not able to convert one. They didn't even get anybody over to third base. Those are disappointing moments. Start off with 2 base runners, and you can't get either one of them around. So after a rough start with a lot of balls and 2 walks, Ryan gets lucky with a fly out from Alvarez, a weak fly out from Alvarez, and a ground ball right by the second base bag for an easy double play on Yainer Diaz and Alex Bregman. Well, I will say though, if the Astros can keep getting guys on, then that'll be fine. But if they have another one of those games where they strand like 15 base runners or something, that's going to be difficult to watch. The first game of the series was pretty much all Astros. They shut down the Dodgers. They couldn't get a run on the board. They almost did, but they wound up not being able to do that. Astros scored several runs, so their pitching and their hitting was on in the first game. In the second game, the Astros just did not show up at all for like 5 innings. It wasn't until really the 6th inning that the Astros really started to do something and come back. Up until that point, the Dodgers were in control of that game. Ronel Blanco was just loading up the counts. He was getting full counts with almost all of the batters, and he had to leave the game pretty early. Here comes the first pitch against Enrique Hernandez, who is the first batter here in the second inning for the Dodgers. He fouls it back for strike 1. And I'm trying to figure out how much water I can put in my coffee. He's back in the box. Arrighetti's looking for the count. Here's the pitch. Right in the top of the zone for strike 1. Taken by Hernandez. That was a good-looking pitch. 2 strikes. No balls. Arrighetti quickly goes set, and here's the pitch. Another high fastball, check swing by Hernandez. Ball 1, 1-2. And there is the strikeout for Arrighetti. Hernandez goes down swinging on that pitch. Excellent opening to the inning for Arrighetti. Get that strikeout. They're showing some old records of Randy Johnson, Justin Verlander, and Zach Greinke with the Astros. First pitch to Kevin Biggio is a strike on the inside corner. 0-1. Arrighetti looking for the signal. He's got it. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss right down the middle. Foul tipped into the glove of Caratini. That'll be strike 2. 0-2 with 1 out. Next pitch, got him looking on the outside corner, 95 mile per hour. Biggio complaining about that, but there's nothing that can be done about that. That was right on the edge of the zone. 95 mile per hour. Four-seam fastball. Beautiful pitch, out number 2. That brings up James Outman for the Dodgers. Arrighetti takes a moment to get the pitch call and finally gets it and throws the first pitch. Looked like another four-seam fastball, but it was a little far outside, ball 1. Here comes the second pitch. That one's low in the dirt, ball 2. Arrighetti falls behind in the count a little bit. I finally have enough hot water in this coffee. I can enjoy some in just a moment. The 2-0 pitch on the outside corner, swing and a miss by Outman. Other than that walk, Arrighetti is looking pretty good so far. 2 outs right now and a 2-1 count on Outman. Here comes the pitch, way inside, very close to Outman's leg there. That'll be ball 3. Arrighetti takes a breath. He's got the signal. He comes set, and here's the delivery. Swing and a miss, low in the zone. Good pitch. Strike 2. Count is now full. This will be Arrighetti's 33rd pitch of the game. Here comes the pitch, the full count pitch, and that one's outside. He got another walk. So just like the first inning, he's now down to 2 outs with a walked base runner. All right, he's going to be facing Austin Barnes now. Very first pitch to him is taken for a strike. Spencer Arrighetti jumping out ahead of him immediately. Barnes batting .280 for the year with just 1 home run and 8 RBIs. 0-1 pitch doesn't come. He fires over to first, and that sends Outman diving back safely. Oh, and 1 pitch. Here it comes. Swing and a miss on the outside corner. Beautiful pitch by Arrighetti. 0-2. Arrighetti's got the call. Here comes the pitch. Way outside for ball 1. It's pretty interesting that Barnes has a batting average of .280, which is not bad at all, and yet his RBIs are really low. Maybe he just hasn't batted many games. I didn't see how many. Arrighetti comes off the rubber there. It looked like Outman was thinking about stealing there. One ball and 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss on the outside corner. That will end the inning. A strikeout, another strikeout for Arrighetti. Despite the 2 walks in the first and second, nothing comes of that. He's able to handily take care of the other batters. And that ends the top of the second. The Astros will come up to bat in just a moment, starting with Jeremy Pena, followed by John Singleton and Jake Myers. If you're joining me, I see that I have a few people listening in. Welcome to the live stream. I'm Brandon. This is Go Tigers Astros. I started this channel just a couple of weeks ago, actually. I've never done live streaming before for sports games, but I am personally studying Japanese in Japan, and right now it's 3:35 in the morning. I had to get up really early today, or should I say Well, I don't want to say late because I did go to sleep, so I did have to get up basically in the middle of the night. Very difficult. I'm still having a little bit of a headache right now, and trying to build my channel, grow it, and get some success here. So not only can I keep doing it, because I like watching the games anyway. I've been an Astros fan ever since I was a kid. But what I would like to be able to do is grow the channel to have, at least a few thousand subscribers, and that way it would be enough to warrant me keeping the channel and doing this. You guys probably know that if you want to pay to watch the games, like if you want to pay MLB TV or YouTube TV or something like that, then it's not cheap. So hopefully I can get enough support here to be able to cover that expense. I appreciate you liking, commenting, all of that good stuff. As I'm trying to prepare my coffee here, talk to you guys at the same time. Seems like Pena is coming up to bat here, so let me get back to the game. Yeah, in just a moment, Jeremy Pena will be at the bat. No hits, no runs, no errors for anybody in this game so far. And here comes the pitch to Pena. High fastball, 96 miles per hour, swing and miss. Pena went after it, but it was just too high. Well, apparently there's another strike against Pena. I don't know why they were showing the commentators. I didn't get to see the first pitch. So it's actually 0-2, the count versus Pena. And here comes the third pitch. That was low and away for a ball. It's kind of strange how they do that. They're interviewing somebody right now, an old baseball player. But because they were doing that, I didn't get to see the first pitch with Pena. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch from Ryan. Pena fouls it away to the right side. Count remains 1-2. That pitch was on the outside corner, so it could have been called either way. Pena was able to keep the count alive, keep the at-bat alive there. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Way high, ball 2. That evens the count. Man, I can't stop thinking about that game yesterday. That was awesome. I much prefer the first game, though, even though the second one was exciting. This one is grounded foul down the third baseline. Count remains 2-2. I don't know about you guys. I mean, it's nice to see a game where your team is down by several runs and then they're able to come back and win. It's awesome, but it's so stressful. Here comes another 2-2 pitch from Ryan. That one's low in the zone, swing and a miss. Pena can't get it. Difficult pitch to hit, I guess. 97 miles per hour, right in the bottom part of the zone. Strike out, and that will bring up John Singleton. For those of you who are familiar with watching the Astros and how some of the players perform, you should know that John Singleton has the best bat flips. First pitch to him is inside, taken for a ball. John's recent home run, which was a nice blast to right field, the bat flip there was no exception. It was great. Second pitch is so low and in the dirt that it almost takes out John's feet. 2-0 is the count against Singleton. But I love how Singleton just discards the bat immediately after he hits home runs. It's pretty cool. 2-0. Here comes the pitch from Ryan. Way outside for ball 3. Singleton hasn't swung the bat against anything, which is good, because none of these pitches have been good. But also it hasn't been hard for him to hold up, I think. Here comes the 3-0 pitch to Singleton. That one's in there for a strike. He cruises a fastball, 97 miles per hour, and the lower inside part of the zone. The count's now 3-1 against Singleton. Ryan is about to deliver his 27th pitch of the game. That one's also in the middle, 98 miles an hour. Singleton fouls it back, not letting that pitch go by. Now we have a full count. Three and 2 versus John Singleton. River Ryan dealing for the Dodgers. He gets the call, and here comes the pitch. High and in the zone, fouled back by Singleton. The count will remain full. Okay, looks like the commentators are talking to Dana Brown in the box. That's who they're talking to, not a player. Here comes another 3-2 pitch to Singleton. Curveball in there for a strike, and that's the one pitch that Singleton is not very good at, in my opinion. He didn't even swing at it. Takes it for strike 3. That was unfortunate. Astros now with 2 strikeouts. Pena and Singleton back-to-back this inning. That brings up Jake Myers. 2 outs now for the Astros. Jake will try to hit a homer here. First swing is bounced foul down the third baseline. Strike 1. It would be nice for Myers to have a long at bat here, give Arrighetti a nicer chance to rest. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. This one is grounded to shortstop. It looks like it's going to be an easy play at first, and it is. Myers booked it down there, but despite making it close, that will be out number 3 and end the inning. So the Astros don't do anything in the second inning. 2 strikeouts and a ground out. So the first 2 innings, not very much drama, except that the Astros blew a really big chance in the first inning, getting the first 2 runners on with back-to-back walks of Altuve and Bregman, and then leaving them on. The next 3 batters set down in a row. A fly out and then a double play. Missing that opportunity. In this inning, they didn't even get a base runner. The Dodgers have gotten 1 base runner in each inning off of walks, but they haven't been able to convert anything either. So the score remains 0-0 going in the top of the third. Dodgers have coming up to bat Nick Ahmed, followed by Shohei Ohtani, and then Teoscar Hernandez. I'll say again right now, thank you for joining Go Tiger Stros. I am broadcasting this game, or rather calling this game, not broadcasting it. If I were broadcasting it, I would get a channel strike for sure. But I am live calling the game from Hiroshima, Japan. I moved to Japan over 4 years ago. Lived in Tokyo for a while, and then during the pandemic I didn't have any work, so when I finally found a job, it was in Hiroshima, so I moved over here. I don't live in the main city. I live in a small city outside of Hiroshima called Onomichi. Onomichi is a quaint, cute little city, and the only cinema here is an independent local cinema. They show a lot of international films and independent films, so it's a pretty cool place, but unfortunately there's no mainstream cinema, so if I want to go see new movies like the Deadpool and Wolverine movie, I have to go to another city. I have to drive over to Fukuyama. That's the nearest mainstream cinema. By the way, I did see that the other day with a friend of mine. Arrighetti's back on the mound. He's up to 37 pitches. Here comes the next one. Immediately fouled back and away by Ahmed, and that's strike 1. I'm feeling a little better. Coffee is helping. Arrighetti's got the signal, and here comes the pitch. Right in the bottom of the zone. Cruises in there for strike 2. 93 miles an hour, good pitch. Man, it looks like they're giving away some jerseys tomorrow at Minute Maid Park. That's crazy. That one's fouled away. Count remains 0-2 against Ahmed. A Josh Hader Space City jersey. I don't know how many they're giving away or if that's just a contest. Next pitch, low and away, but fouled back by Ahmed. Count remains 0-2. This will be the 42nd pitch by Arrighetti. He's got the call, and here comes the pitch. Way outside, ball 1. Tried to get him biting on a wild, almost a wild pitch there, but he wasn't having it. 1-2. Here comes the pitch. This one down the middle, hit up to the center field. Myers is going to run in fast and grab it so it doesn't drop, which is great. That's out number 1. Jeremy Pena Lifestyle Bobblehead. Man, they come out with so many interesting things with these promotions. I want these things. Somebody send these to me. The first pitch to Shohei Ohtani is a swing and miss, low in the zone for strike 1. A breaking ball, 79 miles per hour, fools him. I guess he was looking for a fastball. 0-1 versus Ohtani. Ohtani flew out in the first inning. Next pitch, a nice cut by Ohtani, but on the inside corner, perfectly placed 88 mile per hour pitch by Arrighetti. Gets strike 2. 2 swings, 2 misses for Ohtani. He looks a little aggravated. He adjusts his many braces that he wears. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. This one's low in the dirt, taken by Ohtani for ball 1. Man, then they're giving out vintage throwback Tucker jerseys on Saturday. That's crazy. Here comes a 1-2 pitch to Ohtani. Nice swing and miss on the outside corner. Beautiful pitch that fooled Ohtani completely. It was not even a complete swing. That ball moved to the outside, and Ohtani thought it was coming down the middle. And by the time he realized it, all he could do was like a half swing. Big strikeout for Arrighetti, setting Ohtani down and making him look like an amateur. That's excellent. That's got to make you feel good as a pitcher. First pitch to Teoscar Hernandez is another beautiful movement pitch. Teoscar pulled away from it like it was going to hit him, but it moved back into the zone for strike 1, so that was wonderful. Next pitch is straight down the middle for a strike. Arrighetti adding a little beef on that one to get it in there quick. Just like that, 0-2 versus Hernandez, and here comes the 50th pitch from Spencer Arrighetti. Looks like they've also got some special Astros hats they're showing. Beautiful. This pitch is low and away for ball 1. 1-2 is the count, as Arrighetti hits 50 pitches. Here comes the pitch. Fouled back. Count's going to remain 1-2. Pitch count for Arrighetti is not bad. It's a little high. Definitely not the kind of pitch count you want if you're going for a complete game, but I don't believe that the Astros are expecting or thinking that Arrighetti will get a complete game. But they would like to get him through 6, I'm sure. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Low and away, check swing. Did he go around? They say no, he did not. That will be ball 2, 2-2. Crowd is booing, but that didn't look like a strike to me, so it's no big deal. 2-2. Arrighetti with the signal, and here comes the pitch. This one is nice movement on the outside corner. Hit over to right field, and it's going to be against the wall. Doesn't have enough air to stay up long enough for someone to get over there to it. Count remains 2-2. got some of the most interesting sponsors. A church is sponsoring advertisements. Houston Methodist Church. How do they have the money to do that sponsorship? Next pitch is on the outside corner, fouled away. Count remains 2-2 as Hernandez is battling here, giving Arrighetti some extra work this inning. This will be the 55th pitch for Arrighetti. Here comes the delivery. That was right on the outside corner, rung him up, strike 3. Arrighetti with another strikeout. Got him looking. That ends the inning. Arrighetti finally gets to go into the dugout and take a break. This would be a great opportunity for the Astros to extend the inning, get some base runners, score some runs, drive up the counts, and give Arrighetti a chance to rest. He's tossed quite a bit of pitches through 3 innings, but he's getting the job done. If they can give him a rest, maybe he can continue this kind of performance. Coming up for the Astros here in the bottom of the 3rd, Victor Caratini, Joey Loperfido, and Jose Altuve. See, I've got just a couple of people in the or following the feed right now. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for supporting the channel, listening in. They're showing Aaron Judge highlights right now. He's a great hitter, but I'd much rather see Astros highlights. '17 World Series Game 5. They're showing the ending to that game. Astros celebrating like crazy. Alex Bregman walked that game off. The hit wasn't as big. I think it was a single, but they were able to do it. Last night, he walked it off against the Dodgers with a massive home run over the railroad tracks in left field. Victor Caratini is up to bat. Here comes the first pitch from Ryan. That one's high and outside for ball 1. Caratini batting .264 this season through 41 games, 5 home runs, 19 RBIs. 16 of these RBIs have been left-handed, and he's batting left-handed right now. That one's low for ball 2. Good eye by Caratini so far. He looks a little like Ben Affleck. Just the look on his face, his expression, it looks like Affleck. Next pitch is way inside under his arms. Ball 3. Three and 0. Caratini might be getting a walk here. Here's the 35th pitch from Ryan. High and outside, ball 4. Leadoff walk by Ryan to put Victor Caratini on first base, and that will bring up to bat Joey Loperfido. Loperfido had, up until, I believe, yesterday, he was on a bad streak, 15 hitless at-bats, and right now he's 1 for 18 in the last 17 games, so he's looking to turn that around. Let's hope he can do that. Here comes the first pitch to him, way inside, and that's ball 1. 5 straight balls from Ryan. Astros might be able to just not swing and just keep getting walks. Who knows? We'll see. 1-0 Ryan takes a long time to deliver, but here it comes. That was high in the zone, but taken for a strike. Loberfido doesn't really like it, but according to our chart on the screen, it was on the edge of the zone, so can't really complain too much about that. 1-1 is the count. Here comes the pitch. Check swing, did he go around? They say he did. Not so sure about that one, though. 1 ball and 2 strikes. That was a breaking ball, basically in the dirt. One and 2 is the count. Loberfido back in the box. Ryan has his signal. Comes set and waiting for the delivery. Long pause by Ryan. Here comes the pitch finally. Breaking ball on the outside corner. Loberfido shaking his head. He takes strike 3. Walks back to the dugout. Continues his absolute terrible performance over the last 18 at-bats. And that brings up my hero, Jose Altuve. Altuve's got 1 runner on with 1 out. An opportunity to actually do something here for the Astros. First pitch to him, he's swinging at it, and it's going to be a high fly ball to left field, no problem. He's put away on 1 pitch. Just got too far underneath it. It wasn't a bad pitch. He just didn't make good solid contact. So that'll be out number 2, just like that. And with 2 outs, Caratini remains on first base. Alex Bregman is back up to bat. First pitch to him is high fastball, fouled away. 97 miles an hour. That was a steamer. Bregman had a walk in the first inning. Let's see if he can do something here with the runner on first. 0-1 is the count. Here comes the pitch from Ryan. That one's off the fists. Foul tip into the glove of the catcher. That's going to be strike 2. Bregman calls for timeout. No balls and 2 strikes. Here comes the 43rd pitch from Ryan. High fastball, swing and a miss, kind of a half-hearted swing there. Bregman looked like he didn't really want to swing, but he kind of went around maybe to protect the zone. But that pitch was just a little high. Unfortunately, that's strike 3, and the Astros do nothing again with a runner on and no outs. They failed to move him even to second base. Disappointing. So that's the end of the 3rd inning. We are all zeros for everybody. So both pitchers have a no-hitter going through 3 innings and have given up no runs, and there are no errors. Astros have stranded a few base runners. Dodgers have stranded a couple themselves. And let me move my base runner back down and off the base there. Coming up in the top of the 4th for the Dodgers, we have Gavin Lux, Jason Hayward, and Enrique Hernandez. It looks like I am out of my first cup of coffee, and I believe that I can pour myself another one, but I'm going to add a little bit more to it. Some more coffee grounds. Oh man, it's really difficult, guys, to get up at 2:45 in the morning. I didn't get to go to bed as early as I wanted to because I had to work until 10. I teach English online right now because I study Japanese at a language school, and I can only do a part-time job, but because of my health, I'm unable to go out and work. First pitch to Gavin Lux is in there for strike one. But the other thing is that even if I could go out and work a part-time job here, the pay would be very low and I can only work 28 hours a week. Next pitch is fouled away for strike two. Arrighetti jumping out and ahead in the count really quickly, 0-2. So I can actually make better money, better hourly money by teaching online. So I've opted to do that, and I'm slowly building up my hours. So thankfully, I'm able to stay home and do all of my work online, so that's great. Next pitch is a ground ball, big bouncer to Altuve. He snatches it and throws it over to Singleton, out number one. Excellent. So after just a few pitches, Arrighetti's able to get one out on Gavin Lux. He's changing the ball out. Next batter is Jason Hayward. This pitch is a nice looking breaking ball on the outside corner for strike one. Jason Hayward had a strikeout in the first inning. This will be the 60th pitch for Arrighetti. Here it comes. Right down the middle, and this one is grounded at Singleton, who tosses it to Arrighetti and steps on the bag. Out number two. That's the way to do it. 2 pitches, 2 outs. Well, 2 pitches to that batter, 2 outs. It's more like 6 pitches this inning or so, I believe. 6 or 7. It's not bad. That brings up Enrique Hernandez. He's also 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Here comes the first pitch from Arrighetti. Nice movement on that ball. Swing and a miss for strike one. 2 outs now here in the top of the 4th. Arrighetti looking for a shutdown this inning. He bounces that one in the dirt for ball 1. 1-1 is the count. Crowd is kind of mute right now. I imagine they will liven up a little bit if he gets strike 2 here. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That one's low and outside. Ball 2. I'm not sure what the weather's like in Houston right now, but it must be nice to be able to close that roof and use some AC, because it gets really hot and muggy down there. This one's up the middle. Altuve snags it. What a beautiful catch by Altuve. And not only does he stop the runner from getting a base hit and end the inning, but he keeps a no-hitter for Arrighetti. That was an absolute beautiful play. I'm not just saying that because it's Altuve or because it's the Astros, but that was a one-hopper right up the middle. It bounced right in front of Altuve, who had to backhand it off the short hop, and he snatched it right up and threw it over to first. Altuve making a phenomenal play there to end the inning. Love me some Altuve. I want a t-shirt that says that. Love me some Altuve. And I want a big picture of Altuve smiling. That would be great. If you guys see a shirt like that, let me know. Send it to me, please. I will wear it every live stream. Every live stream I do, I'll have a shirt that says, love me some Altuve. Maybe I should just have that shirt made. I have friends in China. I'm sure they could have that shirt made for me and just ship it over here. I'm absolutely positive they can do that. I can have anything made in China. You know, China will make anything. So, I've had custom-made stuff made before. I used to live in China for almost 7 years. And while I was there, I realized, hey, if you can imagine it, you can have it made. Okay. Hot water poured in here. Try to get me a second cup of coffee going. Man, it's starting to get a little warm in here. I think I'm going to turn my fan on just a second. at the bat. Here comes the first pitch from Ryan, way outside, ball 1. I bought an old house, and when I mean old, it's really old. It's 200 years old, a very old traditional Japanese house. Needs a lot of repair, but it's beautiful. 1 ball, no strikes. Here comes the pitch. Low, very bottom of the zone. Jordan just stands there looking at it like he is thinking about whether or not that was actually a strike, and I question it myself, but the umpire liked it, and that's all that matters, right? 1-1 is the count. Ryan gets the next sign, and here comes the pitch. High and inside. That was very close, but taken for a ball. Fine by me. 2-1 is the count against Alvarez. Alvarez looking for his 22nd home run, or 21st, 22nd. He needs to hit one. That'd be great. This one is a big chop, but he fouls it off his front foot. He limps off a little bit, but doesn't seem to be too bothered by it. That's going to be strike 2 and even the count at 2-2. Yeah, that one hit off the back of his foot, off of his heel. Alvarez back in the box after that. Gets set up, and he's ready for the 2-2 pitch. Ryan is looking for the call. Finally gets it. And here comes the 2-2 pitch. That one's way inside, and Alvarez swings and misses, but runs down to first base. The catcher is able to grab it. It did get away from him, but Jordan didn't respond fast enough to get down to first base. He's not able to beat it out, so that will be out number 1. A strikeout. At first I thought it was a foul ball, but it was just a very bad pitch in the dirt. Jordan he swung at a really bad pitch in the dirt. Disappointing. That will bring up Yainer Diaz with 1 out and no runners on. Pitch to him is also low in the dirt. Looked like the exact same pitch that just struck out Alvarez. That'll be ball 1. This will be the 50th pitch for Ryan. Yainer unfortunately grounded into the double play that ended the Astros' bid to score in the first inning. But otherwise, he's been doing really well recently. Next pitch is swing and a miss on the outside corner. That will even the count, 1-1. But a couple of days ago, I went out to my old house. It's about an hour drive from here where I stay right now. And I picked up my old Astros hat. It's been bringing us some good luck, I think. Next pitch is so far inside it almost clips Diaz in the shoulder. That'll be ball 2. 2-1. This Astros hat is one that one of my subscribers gave me on another YouTube channel, and this one is one I got myself a couple years ago. Here comes a 2-1 pitch on the inside corner. Kind of a check swing by Diaz. He's able to easily hold up. That'll be ball 3. So Ryan threatening to walk another batter here. That would be fine with me. I'm sure the Astros would approve. Bruce Lee might even approve if you were here. Next pitch, low and outside, fouled away by Yainer Diaz. That call could have gone either way if he had taken it. So this will be a full count with 1 out. Three and 2. Here comes the pitch. This one is inside and skied out to right field. It looks like the first baseman is going to be able to get out there in foul territory and take it in. Kevin Bizio, the first baseman there, is able to easily make the play. That had a lot of height on it, so plenty of hang time, unfortunately, and that will be out number 2. So far the Astros not putting up any type of dangerous fight so far. Jeremy Pena comes up. He struck out in the second inning. Here comes the first pitch to him. Fouled back for strike 1. I don't think that Pena's at bat looked that bad, even though it was a strikeout, because one of those strikes was a foul ball off of a pitch that was on the corner. He had to protect the plate. and another pitch was called strike that was out of the zone. Bad call by the umpire, so he got kind of a raw deal. And this time on this swing, he fouls it up. It looks like it's going to float out of play. It will be strike 2, but he stays alive to get at least one more pitch. Two outs here in the bottom of the 4th. 2 strikes, no balls against Jeremy Pena. Let's see if Pena can break this no-hitter now. Come on. Low and away, ball 1. 1-2. Both River Ryan for the Dodgers and Spencer Arrighetti for the Astros have a no-hitter going through 4 innings. Ryan 1 out away from keeping that alive this inning. Pena looking to thwart that right here. 1-2 count. Here comes the pitch. Low and outside again. Ball 2. 2-2. That was a 98-mile-per-hour fastball. He tried to buzz one by Pena, but it was way off target. He's approaching 60 pitches. This will be his 59th of the game. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. This one is low and a little outside. Pena fouls it off. It was not a bad swing, protecting the zone there, avoiding the strikeout. Count remains 2-2. Ryan is sweating and breathing a little harder now than before. 2-2. Here comes the 60th pitch. In the dirt. Now that one I can say that Pena messed up on. That was a bad pitch in the dirt, and he went around on it. Strike 3. That's it for this inning. No hits, no runs, nothing. Astros and the Dodgers batters are mimicking each other right now. They're not able to hit the ball. And if they do manage to get runners on with walks, they just strand them. I'm perfectly happy for the Dodgers to do that. They can eat it. But the Astros need to start moving those base runners around. They need to start getting some hits. Through 4 innings, we've got a shutout, a no-hit shutout going on both sides. Pretty crazy. All right. Let me try to get the rest of this hot water in here. Try to finish preparing this hot coffee. I hope everyone is doing all right this morning, this evening, this afternoon, wherever you are. In a way, I'm kind of glad that the game is progressing so quickly, because right now it is 4:13 in the morning where I'm at. If this is a shorter game, I'm not going to complain. It means that I can go back to sleep and get some more rest. Regardless of whether the game is short or long, I'm going to go back to bed and get some sleep. It is early in the morning here in Hiroshima, Japan. First pitch to the next batter, or the first batter of the inning for the Dodgers, Kevin Biggio, is taken for a strike. 0-1 pitch incoming from Arrighetti. This one is on the outside corner, taken for a strike. Good start here. 0-2 against Biggio. Biggio had a strikeout his last at bat. He's 0-1. Arrighetti has the sign, and here comes the pitch. That one's in the dirt. Biggio's able to lay off. That'll be ball 1. One ball and 2 strikes. Freddie Freeman is not in this game, so Biggio's covering him at first base. That one's on the inside corner fastball. Got him looking. Beautiful pitch by Arrighetti. 95-mile-per-hour fastball. Biggio not expecting it, not ready for it. After several slower breaking pitches, that four-seam fastball just froze him. 1 out. James Outman is who Arrighetti is facing now. First pitch is a little low, taken as ball 1. He had a walk in the second inning. 1-0. Arrighetti looking for the sign. He's got it. Here comes the pitch. That one's high for ball 2. 2-0. James Outman is batting 147. His average is 147. Amazing. Here comes the pitch. This one's high in the zone, fouled back for strike 1. That's 2-1 is the count now. James Outman. Can you get him out, man? Yeah. 2-1. The 72nd pitch by Arrighetti just barely misses low. That's going to be ball 3. Arrighetti walks off the mound for a second. Gets readjusted. A little behind the count here at 3-1. Outman's ready to go. Here comes the pitch. That one's right on the outside corner. Could have been called either way, but the umpire liked it, so that's going to be strike 2 and load the count. Full count to Outman. He's talking a little bit to the umpire, not really sure what he's saying. I don't know if he's complaining about the call or not. Here comes the 3-2 pitch from Arrighetti. That one is in there, but fouled down the first baseline. Keep the count remaining at 3-2. That foul ball was hit into the camera area. Next pitch is hit out to left field. That's going to be pretty far. It might be gone, and it is. So the Dodgers get the first hit in the first run of the game on a full count home run to the short porch out in left field by James Outman. That pitch was just hung out over the plate. Outman got around on it late, but in his luck, or to his luck, that left field fence is very short. Jordan didn't even make an attempt to go out close to that wall. He knew it was gone. Next pitch is hit out into left field, immediately down for a base hit. So one pitch to Austin Barnes, and he gets a single. So just like that, the Dodgers on 2 swings have back-to-back hits and are leading the Astros 1-0. And now with a runner on first base. So suddenly, after 4 innings of no-hit ball, the Dodgers just start hitting Arrighetti. After 4 2/3 inning, 4 1/3 inning. 1 out, 1 runner on. This one's hit pretty hard to left field. Jordan is back, but he's able to get that one at the track. So man, scary. They're hitting the ball pretty hard right now off of Arrighetti. Luckily, that one stays in the park for out number 2, and the runner retreats to first base. He's not able to advance on that, so he'll stay at first. 2 outs, 2 hits for the Dodgers this inning. 1 run off that solo homer. Caratini and Bregman are meeting with Arrighetti on the mound right now. That's enough hot water for this cup of coffee. Gonna add some milk. Man, that's sad to have your no-hitter ruined in the 5th inning with a home run. That brings up Shohei Ohtani with 1 runner on, 2 outs. First pitch to him is blasted high, but it looks like it's going to be too high and be caught easily by Joey Loperfido. That ends the inning. Arrighetti pounds his glove as he walks towards the dugout. He wishes he could have back that 1 pitch to Outman earlier. He's lucky that Ohtani got so far underneath that ball, because it very easily could have been another home run. That would have been a 2-run shot, and the Dodgers would be up 3-0 just like that. Thankfully, he had enough movement on it, and Ohtani got too far underneath it to end the inning. Scary. Could have been 3-0, just like that. Well, the Astros are now down 1-0 to the Dodgers, and so far the Astros have not come up with a single hit. Let's see if they can answer the Dodgers here in the bottom of the fifth. They're going to have John Singleton coming up to bat, followed by Jake Myers and Victor Caratini. I wish I could have gotten to bed a little earlier, because I'm doing the online classes. Sometimes I have to teach them a little later than I prefer. I actually, normally with classes, I don't allow them to go past 9 o'clock at night. Usually 9 o'clock is my cutoff time. But actually, I had an opportunity to pick up 2 different classes that are business classes, business English classes, that pay much better than the regular classes I do, but their only available time slots are late in the evening till 10 o'clock, so I took them. Singleton takes the first pitch way off the plate for ball 1. So as a result of that, I don't get in bed and asleep really until maybe 10:30, and it's difficult to go to bed at 10:30 and get up at 2:45 for this game. It's challenging. Next pitch is a curve in there for strike 1. Singleton takes that one. Counts now even, 1-1. Here comes the next pitch from Ryan. That one is low and away, swing and a miss by Singleton. He calls for timeout. Readjusts his gloves a little bit, steps back into the box. Ryan looking for the signal, and he's got it. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Low and inside, ball 2. Singleton has the power to tie up this game with just one swing. Let's see if he can get a good pitch to do that. 2-2, the count's even. Ryan's got the signal. Here comes the pitch. This one is crushed. It could be gone. He does the bat flip. It's gone. No. It's off the top of the wall. That was close to the yellow line. I think they need to take a look at this again to see if that was... Yeah, Singleton did the bat flip there. As soon as he hit it, he tossed the bat to the side. It's a good thing he took off running and got a double out of it. Okay, it hit just below the yellow line off that wall. I thought that was gone for sure. It looks like at first John thought it was gone, but he was able to turn it into a double. So Astros do have a leadoff double with no outs here in the bottom of the fifth. It brings up Jake Myers. Very first hit is hit up to second base. That will advance Singleton over to third because there was nobody over there covering. So with a sacrifice ground ball, Jake Myers moves Singleton over to third. I need to put runner on third there. There we go. Forgot about that. John Singleton on third, 1 out. That brings up Victor Caratini. Here's the first pitch to him on the outside corner for a strike. Jake Myers wasn't wasting any time swinging on that first pitch. It would have been nice if it had gotten up the middle, but at the very least he was able to move Singleton over. No balls, 1 strike to Caratini. Singleton on third. Here comes the pitch. This one's low and inside, taken for ball one. 1-1 is the count. Astros with a good opportunity here to tie it up. All they need is either a slow roller or a single. Either will do. 1-1 is the count. Arrighetti looking to even up the game here. Here comes the pitch. That one's fouled up and away for strike two. Floats off into the crowd harmlessly. Arrighetti takes a breather, steps back into the box. Ryan looks up for the signal. Singleton takes his lead. Ryan steps off for a moment. Arrighetti is now back into the box. 1-2 is the count. Singleton on third with one out. Here comes the pitch to Arrighetti. That was way outside for ball two. That evens the count. Arrighetti taking a deep breath there. A little bit of pressure in this moment. Astros with a good chance to tie this game after that solo shot given up in the last inning. Here comes the pitch from Ryan. 2-2. This one's hit down the first baseline, foul, and the count will remain 2-2. So both Ryan and Arrighetti give up their no-hitters in the fifth inning. The second batter of the fifth inning, the top of the fifth inning, hit a solo shot home run off Arrighetti, and the very first batter, Singleton, hit a double off of Ryan. Count's now 2-2 against Arrighetti, and here it comes. Low and inside, and a swing and a miss. A terrible, terrible pitch to be swinging at. That was awful. Completely fooled Arrighetti. He must have missed that by more than a foot. What a terrible pitch. That was disappointing. But now's the time for Loperfido to do something. He's only 1 for 19 or so. 1 for 18, 1 for 19. First pitch, swing and a miss, high in the zone, strike one. He really needs to get himself going. His defense has been wonderful. He's made a lot of tremendous catches out in the outfield, but he's really struggling at the plate right now. Could really use a base hit now. 2 outs and a runner on third. Second pitch, low and inside, another swing and miss. That looked a little similar to the pitch that struck out Arrighetti. 0-2. Loperfido behind in the count. Don't waste this hit by Singleton. You got to do something here. Just a little single is enough. Just hit it in a gap somewhere, anywhere. 0-2 pitch. Here it comes by Ryan. That one's in the dirt. Thankfully, he didn't swing. That's ball one. How many pitches is that for Ryan? That's his 75th pitch of the game. I don't see any Dodgers warming up in the bullpen right now. 1-2 is the count against Loperfido. Here comes the pitch from Ryan after a long delay. This one's right down the middle. Looked like a good pitch to hit, and Loperfido had that idea, but he just fouls it away. It trickles away harmlessly away from the plate. Count remains 1-2. For those of you who might be joining, I haven't looked at the live stream. Well, it says we've got 2 people watching. Astros down 1-0 with a runner on third. 2 outs. Loperfido's batting. 1-2 is the count. Here comes the pitch. Another swing and a miss on a low inside pitch, a terrible low inside pitch. So Loperfido has an at-bat that looks absolutely miserable. He continues his lackluster performance at the plate. He's now almost 1 for 20 in his last 20 at-bats. Not quite sure why they have him at the plate right now, batting like that. His batting average over the past 20 at-bats is like 50. 50. .050. That's absolutely terrible. So disappointing. So the Astros give up a solo home run in the top of the fifth. John Singleton has a monstrous double off the wall in center field to lead off the inning. Advances to third on a ground out by Myers, and the Astros have two opportunities to drive him home and can't do it. They can't even up the game. This is the kind of game that I really hate to watch, or rather the kind of playing that I hate to watch, when they have these opportunities and they blow the opportunities. You've got to get those hits. Swinging at garbage. Jake Myers, his very first pitch was down the middle, and he was able to make contact and advance single to the third, and that's great. He did what he was supposed to do, but the next two batters, Caratini and Loperfido, they were just swinging at garbage. Disappointing. Let's just see now who's coming up for the Dodgers in the top of the sixth. Teoscar Hernandez will be the leadoff batter, followed by Gavin Lux and Jason Hayward. Assuming there are no pinch hitting changes, I doubt there would be in the top of the sixth, but you never know. They might try to get something going by changing out the hitters. We'll see. Spencer Arrighetti should still be on the mound here in the top of the sixth, and he is. The first pitch delivered to Hernandez is outside for a ball. Want to know, here comes the pitch. Woo, that was inside. Beautiful pitch. It looked like it was going to hit Hernandez, but it came back in almost for a strike, but just missed. Ball 2. 2-0. Here comes the third pitch. That was a high fastball, swinging a foul tip by Hernandez into the glove of Caratini. That's strike 1. 2-1 is the count. 81 pitches now for Arrighetti. He's got the sign, and here comes the pitch. This one is grounded through the right side for a base hit. Altuve was playing over to his right near the bag, so that pitch was a perfect opposite field strike for Hernandez. No one near it, so no chance for Altuve or Singleton to get to it. Another hit for the Dodgers, and a leadoff runner. So we'll put him on first there. Gavin Lux walked in the first inning. He's up to bat now. One runner on first base, no outs. Here comes the pitch. High and inside for strike 1. Good pitch from Arrighetti. It was disappointing to get that hit, or to give up that hit rather, because Arrighetti was ahead in the count. Looked like he was going to get him out. Disappointing. Next pitch to Lux is hit pretty hard out to right field. That might be out, and it is. Loperfido can't get to that one. Arrighetti gives up a 2-run shot to Gavin Lux, just about 5 feet over the fence. No chance for Loperfido to jump up there and grab that one. Dodgers now up 3-0. All 3 runs coming on home runs. Last inning in this inning. So just like that, Arrighetti goes from having a no-hitter to giving up home runs. Might be time for the Astros to have somebody warming up in the bullpen. Not sure why they didn't have somebody already doing that. They still don't have anybody going in the bullpen, even after that. That's crazy. No outs, and Jason Hayward comes up. The first pitch is low for ball 1. Well, I will say this. I'm ready to accept that if the Astros can't hit the ball today and they lose, they still won the series, so at least that's good. Next pitch is low, check swing. He did not go around, says the umpire. That's ball 2. Arrighetti now up to 86 pitches. At this point, I really don't understand why they don't have somebody going in the bullpen. I guess they just don't really care too much about this game. Does the coach not care? You need to care. The Mariners are only 1 game behind you. 2 balls and 1 strike with that foul ball. Next pitch quickly delivered by Arrighetti, but it's low for ball 3. way behind in the count, 3-1. Arrighetti looks like he's getting a little, I don't want to say annoyed, but a little anxious. He's walking around the mound really quickly. Comes back on the rubber. He's got the sign. Here comes the pitch. This one's on the inside, ripped foul. Nice solid contact by Hayward, but he got around on it way too early. And it goes foul. And that'll be strike two, full count. He changes his bat out. He might have cracked it or broken it. Yeah, that's crazy. The first 4 innings, no hits, 2 walks for the Dodgers. Last 2 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs. All of those coming off of home runs. Here comes the full count pitch. This one is lifted into center field. Should be playable for Myers. He camps out underneath it, and he takes it in for out number 1. This is the thing about baseball, guys, and I'm sure you know this. I don't know if you've ever really thought about it too much, but there's so much importance placed on one player, and that is the pitcher. The pitcher alone can make or break the game. First pitch on the inside corner for a strike to Enrique Hernandez. He's got a strikeout and a ground out this game. Enrique Hernandez. Next pitch on the lower part of the corner, Hernandez looks around like, what? But that was right on the line. Strike 2. 0-2. Arrighetti right out ahead of Hernandez and is bringing in the third pitch. A little low inside, taken for ball 1, 1-2. It's crazy that Arrighetti was so solid through 4 innings, just completely shutting down the Dodgers, and then just suddenly giving up home runs and letting the game get away from him. This one's hit into right center field. Myers floats over and takes that also for out number 2, no problem. Nice to see those floaters out there, giving the fielders plenty of time to get underneath them. Those 2 hits weren't nearly as hard as those home runs that he gave up, so the hitting has been a little softer. That brings up Kevin Biggio, who's got 2 strikeouts today. 2 outs. Here comes the pitch, way outside and high for ball 1. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That one's outside, 77 mile per hour breaking ball for a ball, and that's 2-0. Kevin ahead in the count now. Arrighetti gets the call, and here comes the pitch. This one's hit way up on the right side. Everybody's out to get it. Looks like it's going to be taken by Loperfido, who does a basket catch and a dive at the last minute. Altuve's laughing and smiling about it. But all 3 of those guys converged on that. Singleton, who backed off. Man, you talk about a very close catch by Loperfido. It hit the heel of his glove, but he was able to maintain control. Singleton was just standing there watching him with his hands behind his back. That was funny. And then Altuve backed off and was smiling about it. That was a funny way to end the inning, but not before the Astros give up 2 more, or should I say Arrighetti. That was all Arrighetti. All of these runs actually are 100% on Arrighetti. None of these have anything to do with the other Astros. These runs haven't come at the expense of defense or anything that the defenders could have done. Arrighetti has given up he gave up a base runner. He's given up 2 home runs. So these earned runs are squarely on his shoulders. That's what I was saying earlier about there being so much pressure on one position player in the game. That's actually always been my problem with baseball. I love playing baseball, but I feel like the way it's set up is that it places way too much pressure and importance on one player. It's not what I would call a very solid I guess, not a balanced team sport, in my opinion. To me, a balanced team sport is where there's equal pressure on every player, and no one player can be responsible for such a skewed outcome. Because, for example, a fielder can make an error and cost the team a run or 2 runs, but every player on the field has that same potential. Every player on the field has the potential to make an error and give up a base runner, or give up a run or something like that. But the pitcher is the number one most responsible player on the field always for allowing runs or stopping runs. My hero's up to bat, Jose Altuve. First pitch, he takes low and inside for ball 1. Good eye there. Could have been called either way, but it was a little out, a little inside. So good take by Altuve. Maybe he's locked in finally. Come on, he needs to do something. He's been a little cold past couple of games. Here we go. Next pitch. Another one outside. This one looked just like the inside pitch, just outside of the zone. Altuve takes that for ball 2. Good eye. Much more patience right now. He's got his eyebrows furrowed. It looks like he's focused. He was a little too eager on that pitch. That was outside, and he swung at it and missed. Counts 2-1. I think he was expecting something in the zone there after 2 pitches outside, or 2 pitches out of the zone. But 3 straight balls from Ryan, but Altuve struck at that last one. 2-1 pitch. This one is right on the corner of the zone on the inside, and Altuve fouls it down the third baseline. That'll be strike 2. The count's now even at 2-2. Got some coffee grounds that time. Yummy. 2-2. Ryan's got the call, and here comes the pitch. Altuve makes contact. Is it going to get to the wall? It's over the head of the center fielder and off the wall in center field. That's going to be an easy double for Altuve. Finally, Altuve comes up with a big hit. A leadoff hit double off the wall in center field. It got out there in a hurry, so there was no chance for the center fielder to have a chance to play that ball. Nice, solid, right in the middle of the strike zone. Perfect hit. Right off the base of the wall in center field. Altuve very easily walking into second base. That brings up Alex Bregman. Ryan takes a while to deliver the first pitch. That's a check swing outside. Umpire says he did not go, and he's right. He did not go, so he made the right call there. So let's put Altuve on second base there. 1 ball, no strikes to Alex Bregman. Here comes the pitch. Low for ball 2. 95-mile-per-hour low. Highest average with runners in scoring position. The Astros are number 2 since the All-Star break. Pretty amazing. Here comes the 2-0 pitch from Ryan after a long pause. In there for a strike, 89 miles an hour. 2-1 is the count against Bregman. Now the Dodgers actually have left-handed pitcher Alex Vizia going in the bullpen. So they get their bullpen going before the Astros do, despite not having given up any runs yet. Here comes the 2-1 pitch to Bregman. This one's fouled off to the right side for strike 2. The count's even 2-2. It would really be nice to see another one of those massive home runs by Bregman that he walked off the game last night on. That would be amazing. Oh man, it's 4:45 here in the morning. The Astros have Altuve on second with no outs. It's 2-2 versus Bregman. This pitch is skied up into center field. Doesn't look like Altuve is going to be able to tag. He bluffs, and the throw quickly comes in. He didn't really have a chance there, so Bregman isn't able to get the ball deep enough to advance Altuve. Altuve remains on second base with 1 out, and that brings up the guy who should be hitting a home run, and that is Yordan Alvarez. Alvarez's batting average this season with runners in scoring position is not good. He's 0 for 2 today with a flyout and a strikeout. I think he's batting around 250 or so with runners in scoring position. Here comes the first pitch to Alvarez. And this one's skied up. Is it going to get out of play? It looks like it's going to come down right behind the dugout, thankfully. Some Astro got lucky. That ball bounced behind the dugout, and then it rolled down and then bounced back, and a fan was able to reach out just far enough and grab it. He got a foul ball from Alvarez. That's a nice souvenir. 0-1 is the count against Alvarez. Yeah, 253 this season with runners in scoring position with 3 home runs. Here comes the pitch. High and outside. I'm not outside. I meant to say outside the zone. Way outside the zone, way high. 1-1 is the count. Altuve takes the lead off second. Ryan looks back, pauses before delivering the pitch. Here it comes. This one is fouled away again by Alvarez. It soars back and away into the crowd for strike 2. It's 1-2 now on Alvarez. It's interesting for me because I've been living abroad now for over 11 years and more than 4 of those in Japan. Some of these places that are advertised on the screen, either they don't have them here or they only have a few. The 1-2 pitch to Alvarez is on the way. This one is hit. Is it going to go? It's pretty deep. This should be enough for Altuve to tag. Does he, or does he hold up? No, it is not enough. The center fielder is able to back up and get a running start to catch that ball and keep Altuve from advancing. So despite Altuve's leadoff double, the Astros again are just not getting the hits. 2 flyouts to center field by Bregman and Alvarez. And that brings up Yainer Diaz, who's 0 for 2 today. But the coach is walking out to the mound to talk to Ryan. It looks like he might be pulling him out. Yep, he is. Ryan is coming out after 91 pitches. They are pulling him out. There's going to be a pitching change here before Yainer Diaz has a chance to swing the bat. We'll be back in just a moment, guys. I'm going to go in here, grab myself a cold drink out of the fridge, and we'll be right back to continue this game. Alright everyone, I am back, and just in time too. We're back at Maid Park. The break is now over. The Dodgers have a new pitcher to come in and replace River Ryan. Alex Vesia. I pronounced his name wrong, of course. Strange name. Vesia has pitched 45 innings. He's got an ERA of 1.79. He's facing Yainer Diaz with one runner on second. Diaz, very first hit, he launches it. This could be gone. It is. It's gone. The very first pitch, Diaz rocks it out to center field and over the fence. One pitch, two-run shot by Diaz. Finally, the Astros capitalize with a runner on base, and they pull within one run. It is now 3-2 Astros. That is amazing. That is absolutely amazing. 414 feet to center field, 108.8 miles per hour off the bat. You love to see that when the other team pulls out the pitcher, brings in a new pitcher, and the very first pitch, he's punished with a shot to center field. Diaz does it again. Pena comes up and cranks one. Oh my gosh, it's foul. But Pena launches on the very next pitch, and it just goes foul, threatening to hit another home run, back-to-back home runs off of Vesia. Second pitch, high and outside, ball one. Man, the Astros could have tied the game up with two swings. That was so close, so amazing. 1-1 is the count with 2 outs against Jeremy Pena. Here comes the pitch. This one is outside for ball 2. Pena, a good eye right now, only swinging at the good pitches. 2-1 is the count. Pena calmly waggling his bat. Here comes the pitch. This one is in the zone. He fouls this off to the right side. It looks like it's going to drop. The first baseman hustled over there, Biggio, but he just wasn't able to get to it. Man, that was pretty crummy. He took that foul ball. He could have tossed it into the crowd, but instead he rolled it down to the ball boy, and the crowd was the fans were there asking for the ball, and he just rolled it down to the ball boy. That was pretty crummy. And that's Craig Biggio's son. How can you do that in Houston? That's crazy. 2-2 is the count. Here comes the pitch. High fastball skied up by Pena. Shortstop floats way out. Looks like he's going to take it, and he does, and that's the final out of the inning. Man, so close. We do get the 2-run bomb from Yainer Diaz. That just perfect fastball right in the zone. And that gives the Astros 2 runs. They pulled within 1 run of the Dodgers. So at the end of the 6th inning, the Astros do answer the 2 runs put up by the Dodgers with another 2-run shot. So every run in this game has come at the expense of a home run. The solo shot by the Dodgers in the 5th, the 2-run shot in the 6th, and now the Astros with their own 2-run shot in the 6th. The Dodgers have 4 hits, Astros have 3. The score is 3-2 Dodgers going into the top of the 7th. My guess is that the Astros are going to bring in a relief pitcher here at the 7th. Arrighetti is pretty high in the pitch count, and he's given up a couple of home runs. I would imagine that the Astros are going to bring somebody in to replace him. I'm trying to tell myself that no matter what happens in this game, I'll sleep well when I go back to bed this morning. It's about 5 minutes to 5 in the morning for me right now here in Japan. And luckily for me, I can arrange my teaching schedule as I see fit. And because today is part of my summer holiday from school, the only thing I have to do today besides teach a few online classes is do my Japanese homework. And because of that, it means that after this game is over, I can go back to sleep for a few hours and get as much rest as I need. Then I'll get up, have lunch, and this afternoon I'll start to have some more online lessons. All right. We are back from the break. It's the top of the 7th. The Dodgers have James Outman coming up, who hit the home run his last at bat. He's going to be facing Seth Martinez. Martinez has the ERA at 3 right now. First pitch is way inside, almost clips Outman on the knees, ball 1. Let's go Stros. 1 ball, no strikes. Here comes the pitch from Martinez, right on that outside corner. Strike 1. Good call by the ump. Get that one. Perfectly placed pitch. Yeah, Outman has 1 walk and 1 home run so far today. Here comes the next pitch. Another one on the outside corner. Check swing. He doesn't go. That could have been called either way, though, because it was right on that corner. 2-1. Here comes the pitch. That one goes way outside for ball 3. Brian King is already warming up in the bullpen. I guess the Astros want to be prepared. Here comes the next pitch, right in the low part of the zone for strike 2. It's now a full count. It's kind of funny that the Astros already have someone warming up the bullpen so early. And earlier, they did not have anyone warming up early. This one's right down the middle, popped up to the left side of the field. Looks like Bregman's going to be able to get that easily, right on the edge of the grass. No problem. He tosses it to Pena. And that will be the first out of the inning. 1 up, 1 down. That brings up Austin Barnes for the Dodgers. Austin Barnes. It sounds like the name of a company. Come on down to Austin Barnes. First pitch is inside, check swing. That will be ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes to Austin Barnes. Here comes Martinez's pitch. Now it's also inside, but a swing and miss by Barnes. That will even the count 1-1. The commentators are saying if you're the Dodgers, you can't say, oh man, is this happening again? We had the lead and the Astros are coming back. We can't let this happen again. Yes, you can, you must. The count's 1-1. Here comes a pitch from Martinez. And this one's hit to the right side of the field. Looks like it's going to be playable for Singleton, and it is just past the foul line on the right side. He runs around the umpire and takes it in for out number 2. Very good so far. Coming up tomorrow, I will be live streaming again tomorrow, the next couple of days. It looks like Jake Bloss is going to be on the mound for the Astros against the Pirates. I should be able to call all of those games. Jake Bloss, Hunter Brown, and Framber Valdez are coming up for the next 3 games. I should be with you for all those games. I hope you can join me. The first pitch to Nick Ahmed is a swing and a miss for strike 1. Ahmed is 0 for 2 today with 2 flyouts. 2 outs. 1 strike, and that will be a pitch. That will be a pitch. Yeah, it's too early in the morning for me, guys. It's 5 in the morning. Give me a break. That'll be a ball, so the count's even at 1-1. Martinez gets the call, brings in the next pitch. This one is right on the outside corner. Could have been called either way. Umpire liked it. The bell rings out at Minute Maid Park to notify the crowd. It is strike 2, and we've got 2 outs. We are 1 strike away from ending this inning. Do it for the Astros in the bottom of the 7th. John Singleton, Jake Myers, and Victor Caratini. Unless there are some batting changes. Here is the 1-2 pitch to Ahmed. Ooh, just barely missed on that lower outside corner. Ball 2. The count is now even 2-2. Man, the Astros definitely need the shutout right here. They need the goose egg for this inning. Here comes the 14th pitch from Seth Martinez. 2-2 pitch, way outside, ball 3. Not gonna get anything good happening with a pitch like that. Nobody's gonna swing at that, and it's definitely not gonna be close enough for a strike. The count is full. Shohei Ohtani is on deck. You don't want to get to him, but he does. That ball's low. Ball 4. So 1 runner on for Shohei Ohtani. And immediately, Espada walks out of the dugout. They're not going to let Martinez pitch to Ohtani. They're going to bring in King, it looks like, who was warming up out in the bullpen. Apparently that's why they had him go in, just in case Ohtani came up. Yep, they take the ball from Martinez, and that will be it for him. He gets 2 outs and 1 walk. He didn't do a bad job, but unfortunately, Ohtani is now going to bat with a runner on base. They definitely don't want him to do anything. But actually, so far this game, Ohtani's been really quiet. He hasn't gotten any hits. He's had 1 strikeout. Arrighetti mostly controlled Ohtani for this game. The Dodgers' hits and runs have been coming from other players. This has been mostly a pitching duel. The Astros had a no-hitter going. Spencer Arrighetti basically had a no-hitter going through 4 innings. River Ryan also had a no-hitter going through basically through 5 innings. I can't remember if the Astros actually got a hit in the 5th inning. I don't believe they did. So both pitchers combined for basically 9 innings of no-hit ball. But the Dodgers finally get on the board in the top of the 5th with a solo shot. Then in the top of the 6th, the Dodgers had a runner on and got another home run, scored 2 more runs and go up 3-0 over the Astros. But in the bottom of the 6th, the Astros did answer with a 2-run shot by Yainer Diaz with Altuve on at second base to pull within 1 run. In total, the Dodgers have 4 hits, the Astros have 3. Now we've got Brian King on the mound, ERA of 1.64 over 11 innings. 11 strikeouts in 11 innings and 5 walks. Walks are not good, but the strikeouts are not bad. First pitch to Ohtani is right in the top of the zone on the inside for strike 1. It looked like Ohtani kind of wanted to swing, but he laid off. And the count's 0-1. Runner on first base, 2 outs. Here's the next pitch from King. Right in the top of the zone for strike 2. Ohtani takes 2 straight pitches looking. Man, he wears so many pads on his elbows, arms, and hands. He almost looks like a robot. Right on the outside corner, called strike 3. Ohtani's very dissatisfied with that. But what an amazing, great at-bat. To go down looking on 3 straight pitches, man, that's gotta, and King is walking off the mound looking like a boss. I think I said before that King resembles Tom Selleck. He's got the mustache and the hair going, and he just came strutting off the mound there into the dugout like, yeah, that's right. 3 straight strikes to Ohtani. He didn't swing a single time. That was amazing. And we are in the 7th inning stretch. They've got a beautiful lady out singing God Bless America. Let's see. Who we've got coming up for the Astros? John Singleton. John Singleton had an excellent at-bat, his last at-bat, and he drove a double all the way out to the wall in center field. I thought it was going to be gone, and he just barely missed a home run by very small amount. He was able to easily walk in to second base with a double. And after that, immediately after that, Jake Myers had a ground ball that advanced Singleton to third. For some reason, the third baseman was not covering third base. I think he was playing over for some reason. They weren't expecting Myers to pull the ball, and he was playing so far over that nobody was covering third. So Singleton was able to advance to third easily and they threw Myers out at first. So the Astros had a runner on third with just one out. But then Caratini came up after that and struck out on some terrible pitches, followed by Joey Loperfido, who proceeded to do the exact same thing, strike out on some terrible pitches. Very, very disappointing, because right now, if they had managed to get Singleton in, this game would be tied. Let's hope that they can flip the script now. I think for you guys that were listening earlier, or you may know this, Joey Loperfido, despite his wonderful catches in this just ongoing, he has this ongoing string of great catches right now, and he's become known for that, making these excellent plays in the outfield. Despite the great fielding, he's had a really terrible batting streak. Right now, he only has one hit in about 19 at-bats. I believe this will be his 20th at-bat, and if he's not able to do something here, his batting average will be 50 over the past 20 at-bats. That's absolutely terrible. I think that if they had Jose Abreu batting, if they had him back on the team and batting, he would have done 3 times better than that. He'd probably be batting 150. So I don't know what they're doing about working with him, but they need to get with the program and get him locked in, get him hitting the ball. I think the main thing is he doesn't have the eye. The Astros, in recent years, they've been known for being much more patient at the plate. And I'm not sure exactly what the coaches are doing, the batting coaches are doing with the Astros in order to get them to be locked in like that and be more focused on looking for the right pitches and being patient, not swinging at garbage. But whatever that system is, it doesn't seem to have been affecting Loperfido's batting recently, so they need to get on top of that. We are now ready to start. Alex Vesia is still on the mound. He's facing John Singleton. Here comes the first pitch to him. Lone in the zone for strike one. A little bit of a breaking ball. 1 for 2 today with that big double from Big John. 0-1 is the count. Here comes the pitch from Vesia. This one is fouled back. High inside pitch. That'll be strike 2. 0-2 on Singleton. Let's see if Singleton can be single McSingleton and get another single here. Get on base. We need a leadoff runner. Get that tying run scored. 0-2 is the count. Here comes the pitch. Way outside for ball 1. It doesn't look like I have anybody listening, or I just have one. I don't know if that's me or one of you guys, but if it's one of you, thank you for being here. I appreciate you being here, whoever you are and wherever you are. 1-2 is the count. Here comes a pitch, and this one is foul. No, it's going to be fair. Grounded down the first baseline. The first baseman is able to grab it, Biggio, and tag the base. Easy play for him. He snatches it, just jogs over, touches first base, and Singleton will be the first out of the inning for the Dodgers. That brings up Jake Myers. He grounded out last at bat, and before that, grounded out. He's got 2 groundouts today. Batting .239 for the season. First pitch, check swing. He doesn't go around. Ball 1. Low pitch. Myers really needs to get something going. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the pitch. This one is right down the middle. Was that 84? 84 miles per hour, a swing and miss. I don't know how he missed that one. Guess he was expecting something faster. 1-1 is the count. Very interesting. Alex Vesia has the highest fly ball percentage and the lowest ground ball percentage in all of MLB. That's crazy. 1-1 is the pitch, and this one is bounced. Speaking of grounders, over to third, and he has to rush, but he's able to throw Myers out at first base. That's pretty interesting. He has the lowest percentage of grounders in MLB, but the first 2 batters ground out. Figures. Astros with the best opportunity to hit fly balls and maybe even home runs against this guy and then ground out. Victor Caratini will come up, but this time he's going to be batting right-handed. He has been batting left-handed this game, but now he's switched over. Here comes the first pitch to him, and that bounces inside for ball one. Goes all the way to the backstop. If Diaz had been back there catching, he would have scooped that up like it was nothing. 1 ball, no strikes against Caratini. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. Astros not looking like they want to win the game right now. This pitch is struck hard. Now that was a good swing by Caratini, but it was foul down the third baseline. He ripped that ball. Just got around on it way too early. 1-1 is the count. Vesia now up to 15 pitches. He's got the signal and getting ready for the pitch. Here it comes. That's on the outside corner for strike 2. Saw that one coming. Caratini didn't even bite at that pitch for some reason. Looks like they've got Joe Kelly going in the bullpen. The Dodgers do. 1-2 is the count. Here comes the pitch. Way high, causing Caratini to jerk back and avoid the ball. He calls timeout. He's going to take a break for a minute. The count's 2-2. The Astros have Ryan Presley going in the bullpen. It looks like he will be coming out to replace King in the 8th inning. Interesting. 2-2 is the count. Here comes the pitch. Inside swing and miss for strike 3. I think that was a good opportunity for the Astros to actually do something to get some long balls, and they weren't able to capitalize on it. They go down 1-2-3. That was disappointing. It just felt like they should be able to hit him, and all they were able to do was give up 2 groundouts and a strikeout. Nothing new for the Astros in the bottom of the 7th. They got 2 more innings to get 1 run to tie it up, 2 to win. They can hold the Dodgers to 3. So at the end of 7 innings, Dodgers have 4 hits, no errors, 3 runs. The Astros have 3 hits, no errors, 2 runs. I'm assuming that Ryan Presley is coming in to pitch because he was warming up in the bullpen. He will be facing Teoscar Hernandez, Gavin Lux, and Jason Hayward, unless there are some batting changes or substitutions for the Dodgers. If there are, I'll let you know. For those of you who have recently joined, thanks for coming in. I am live streaming this game play-by-play from Japan. It's now almost 5:15 in the morning here. I got up at 2:45 to set up my live stream and get this going. I'm feeling a little out of gas right now and a little out of sorts. But still yawning despite 2 cups of coffee. I'm still not fully awake. As soon as this game is over, I'm going back to bed for a little while. But this game hasn't been very difficult to call. It hasn't been too busy. If you haven't already, I appreciate you liking and subbing to the channel. Very first pitch by Hernandez is crushed out to left field, and that's going to be a home run. Just like that. 1 pitch from Brian King. Brian King is actually still in the game. His very first pitch launched by Teoscar Hernandez out to the short porch. And just like that, with 1 pitch in the top of the 8th, the Dodgers now up by 2 again. I swear, man, I don't know what in the world is going on. That pitch was an 80-mile-per-hour slider on the inside corner, low and inside, and Hernandez just turned on it and line drived it out into the crowd there. Uh, Once again, more runs off home runs. Every run in this game has been scored off home runs. 3 for the Dodgers, 1 for the Astros. First pitch is outside. Second pitch is way up high. Not really sure what was going on there. Ball 2. Yainer Diaz got up and started talking smack a little bit with Gavin Lux. I'm not sure what was going on. Let's take a look at the replay. Oh, I see. It was just a high inside pitch. Lux starts walking towards King like he was going to charge the mound or something, and Diaz immediately protected the pitcher. That was kind of retarded on the part of Lux to get so angry over a pitch like that. He had plenty of time to get out of the way. 3 balls and no strikes to Lux. That one was also out of the zone. Here comes the 3-0 pitch from King. That's going to be right in there for a strike. Strike 1, 3-1. Very immature on the part of Lux there to go walking towards the mound. Next pitch is inside for ball 4. He walks Lux. I hate to see stuff like that. You know, I've played a lot of baseball. I've been hit by the ball many times. I've had many balls almost hit me in the head. I've never once responded with an inside pitch walking towards the pitcher. It's ridiculous. This first pitch to Jason Hayward is outside for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes, no outs with a runner on first. Dodgers have already scored on a solo shot. This one is fouled away by Hayward for strike 1. 1-1 is the count. Question is, are the Astros going to continue to play like they have been? From the 7th inning on, they have a very high batting average right now. They've been driving in a ton of runs from the 7th inning on. This is a ground ball through the hole on the right side. It looks like they're going to hold Lux at second base. He came around and he thought better of it, and he scrambled back. Loberfito got the ball in pretty quick. His spot is going to come out to the mound. Yeah, he's going to be calling in Presley, it looks like. He's pulling King out. Dodgers up 4-2 with no outs, 2 runners on, first and second. No, might not be Presley. They have somebody else warming up in the bullpen. It might have been Dubin. I couldn't see. It wasn't very clear. But apparently they're not bringing in Presley. It's kind of weird. They had Presley going in the bullpen earlier, but then they brought in King. And now it looks like they've got somebody else coming in. But the Dodgers threatening to add more runs. They did add 1 with the solo shot. And now they've got runners on first and second with no outs. It's not looking good for the Astros right now. But if they can hold the Dodgers, then they have 2 more opportunities to score some runs and get back in this game. I mean, the deficit that they overcame yesterday was pretty big. This 2-run deficit is not that big, and the Astros have been performing pretty well from the 7th inning on in general. But they only have 2 more opportunities to do something here. I would prefer the Astros hurry up and finish this inning without giving up any more runs, and then quickly walk the game off in the 9th. That way I can be happy, go to sleep, get some more rest. That would be perfect. Ohtani becomes the first Japanese-born player to hit 200 career home runs. Wow. I didn't know that Ichiro never got to that point. But I guess Ichiro was born in Japan. He must have been. I didn't realize he didn't get 200 career home runs. Oh well. You learn something new every day, I guess. They asked the question, which all-time rivalry is your favorite with the Astros? Cardinals, Dodgers, Rangers, or Yankees? And far and away, the audience responded Yankees. 50% of the responses were Yankees, and the remainder 50% was divided between the other three teams. It is Dubin, so Sean Dubin will be in the game. He's pitched 34 innings. He had a little bit of a unfortunate outing the other day, which raised his ERA up. He was doing much better before that, I believe. So he's in with runners on first and second and facing Enrique Hernandez. First pitch incoming. Strike on the outside corner. Yeah, he didn't really like it too much. It was a little outside based on what I could see, but it was close, so there you go. 0-1 is the count. Dubin is ready with the second pitch. Here it comes. Strike right in there. Nice 94 miles per hour on the lower outside corner. 0-2 is the count versus Kike Hernandez. Here comes the pitch from Dubin. Nice curveball. Gets him swinging. 3-pitch strikeout for Dubin. That's what I like to see right there. First out of the inning for the Astros. Runners remain at first and second. It's amazing that was a breaking ball, and Hernandez actually missed underneath it. He went underneath that ball. Interesting. That brings up Cavan Biggio, who's 0 for 3 today. He's got at least 2 strikeouts. I can't remember what he did last at bat. First pitch from Dubin should be coming in just a moment, and here it is. Nice breaking ball in there for a strike. Strike one. Dubin took a really long time. He really chewed up the pitch clock there that time. Dodgers are on with a walk and a single, first and second with 1 out. 0-1 is the count to Cavan Biggio. Next pitch, low and inside for ball 1. They just showed the coach, the manager over there in the corner in the dugout for the Dodgers. He had his head down. Looked like he was going to sleep or something. 1-1 is the count. Here comes the pitch from Dubin. That's in there for a foul tip. Swing and miss for Cavan Biggio. That's going to be strike 2, 1-2. Let's make Cavan Biggio 0 for 4 today, Dubin. Shut the Dodgers down right here. A double play would be nice, but a strikeout is fine for now. Here comes the next pitch, and that one's way outside for ball 2. That'll be even. 2-2 with that 89 mile per hour breaking ball on the outside. Dubin takes his time, looks for the sign. He's got it. Looks like he's ready for the delivery. And here it comes. That one is hit up the middle. It looks like it's going to drop, and it does for a single. Myers quickly brings it in. It looks like the throw is going to go to third. They throw to second. Biggio is able to advance to second on that throw to third. The Dodgers get a run out of it. Biggio finally does something after being 0 for 3. Dubin gives up the 1 run on that single. The Dodgers extend their lead. They are now ahead 5-2. Myers immediately came up and fired at third, but he didn't get it. He wasn't able to get it there in time, and because of that, Biggio was able to advance to second. So Dodgers now have runners on second and third with 1 out. First pitch to James Outman. No, I'm sorry. It looks like there's a... Is that Outman? Yeah, it is. Okay. I thought they had a pinch hitter, but no, it's Outman. First pitch to him is a strike. I need to move the runner from first to third there. There we go. Runners on second and third. Second pitch is fouled off. No balls and 2 strikes. There's no double play ball in, they can be played right now, but since they allowed Biggio to get to second, I wish Myers had just held up that throw and gone to second and kept the runners on the corners. Just 1 out as Dubin is dealing to James Outman. who's 1 for 2 today. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Nice breaking ball in the zone, swing and a miss by Outman. Strikeout, out number 2. That's unfortunate. If he had gotten that strikeout against Biggio, it could have ended the inning just now without giving up any more runs. Astros looking like they're not going to win this game unless their bats just come alive in the 8th and 9th inning, in the bottom of the 8th and 9th. But Dubin's got to finish this inning. 2 outs, runners on second and third. He's facing Austin Barnes. First pitch to him is high and a little outside, and he's discussing the validity of that with the umpire, but it was called a strike. So it's 0-1. I would have been a little upset about that myself as a batter, but once again, can't overturn it once the umpire says. He never changes his mind. Second pitch is high in the zone for strike 2. Barnes spins around and looks at his dugout like, what's going on here? And he complains to the umpire and then calls timeout. 0-2. Dubin is ahead in the count. Another pitch just like that would be good right now. Let's see what Dubin dials up. He's got the call. And here it comes. This is high and inside, fouled away by Barnes. He doesn't allow that one to go by. Count remains 0-2. Looks like the Dodgers have another reliever warming up in the bullpen. I think the more relievers the Dodgers go through, the better the chances the Astros have of getting some hits. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. That one's outside and high for ball 1. 1-2. Dodgers have runners on second and third with 2 outs here in the top of the 8th. Count against Austin Barnes is 1 ball, 2 strikes. Sean Dubin on the mound for the Astros, about to deliver the 1-2 pitch. Here comes the pitch. Another pitch high and outside for ball 2. Dubin looking to get out of the inning. With no more damage done. Here is the 2-2 pitch. A nice breaking ball with a lot of movement on it, but goes outside and Barnes does not bite. The count is now full. Alright, it comes down to this here in the top of the 8th. Full count, 2 outs. Here's the pitch from Dubin. Way outside, ball 4, and Dubin loads the bases. So he gets out ahead of Barnes and then lets Barnes come back with a series of terrible pitches to walk him, and now it looks like the pitching coach will run out to the mound or walk out to the mound and give Dubin a little break. Dodgers have the bases loaded with 2 outs here in the top of the 8th. All the infield is in with the coach to talk to Dubin. They're discussing some strategy here. It looks like Nick Ahmed is going to be batting for the Dodgers. Ahmed did walk his last at bat, but he has no hits today. For the season, he's batting .234. Now we're ready to go. Here comes the first pitch from Dubin. This is hit to the left side, straight to Pena, who fires over to first base, gets the out, ends the inning. So luckily they're able to get out of that without any more damage. But the Astros are down by 3 runs, and we're going into the bottom of the 8th inning. They only have 2 more opportunities to get back into this game. Coming up for the Astros, unless there is a batting change, which I wouldn't doubt if there were a batting change. is Joey Loperfido, followed by Jose Altuve and Alex Bregman. Let's take a quick look to see if something is going on in the American League West. Okay, it looks like Texas lost to the Blue Jays, which is excellent. So if the Astros lose this game, they're not going to be giving up any ground to the Rangers because the Rangers lost to the Blue Jays. Don't see any score for the Rangers. Then maybe they did not play today. Let me move the scoreboard around a little bit. Oh, they did. They're in the top of the ninth. The Mariners are winning 6-3 over the White Sox. That's not good. I'm going to pull up the game cast right quick. I'll give you an update on that. Oh, I need to take these runners off the base. There are currently no runners on base. Astros hopefully going to have a big inning here in the bottom of the eighth. Alright, so let me give you an update on the Seattle Mariners-Chicago White Sox game. They are playing in Chicago. Right now, the Mariners have one runner on first base with 2 outs. The White Sox looking to shut down the Mariners and then try to come in and come back. They are also down by 3 runs, just like the Astros. Astros are down 5-2. The White Sox are down 6-3. I'll update that game for you as it comes to a conclusion. If the Mariners win and the Astros lose, then that's going to close the gap for first place. It looks like Kelly is on the mound for the Dodgers. He puts it on the outside of the plate versus Loperfido for strike 1. And the next one is right in there for a strike. He's not wasting any time, Joe Kelly. He gets ahead in the count. No balls and 2 strikes against Joey Loperfido. Loperfido back in the box. Here comes the pitch from Kelly. After a long pause, very long pause, milking that clock, Loperfido just waits. Finally, he pitches. It's in the dirt, and Loperfido goes down swinging. 3 straight pitches, 3 straight strikes. I really wish they had brought in a pinch hitter for Loperfido because he's really hurting the Astros right now. That brings up my hero, Jose Altuve. Altuve does have 1 hit this game. He was left on base, unfortunately, but he has also scored a run. Let's see what he can do here. First pitch from Kelly is 100 miles per hour, low and away. Astros actually have a pretty high batting average against Kelly. Here comes the second pitch. This one's hit very hard to left field. Is it going to be gone? No, it's off the top of the wall. Altuve will be into second with a double. What a great hit by Altuve. He just nailed that one out to center field. Just as I was talking about the stats, they said in the MLB, the Astros have the highest second batting average, the second highest batting average, rather, off of Joe Kelly in all of MLB. I think it's the Minnesota Twins are the only other team that hits Kelly better. Altuve's on second with 1 out. Bregman hits to the right side. A line drive shot and grabbed by the first baseman for the second out. Man, that was... wow. If the first baseman hadn't been playing over so far, that would have been through the hole. Altuve could have scored, I think, on that play. That was a missed opportunity. So close. That brings up Yordan Alvarez. Yordan has been not having a good game, not even having a good series. I think he's had 1 hit, a single. just a weak single. He hasn't done anything really of significance, and his batting average has dropped significantly down to 298. Here comes the first pitch to Alvarez from Kelly. Way inside, 99 miles an hour for a ball. Man, that hit by Bregman was so good. With all of that space to the right and to the left, he hit it right to the first baseman. Here comes the second pitch to Alvarez. High and inside, 100 miles an hour. Called a strike. It nicked the corner of the zone, but that was a pretty crappy pitch to be swinging at. It would have been off the fists. 1 ball, 1 strike to Alvarez. Altuve camped out on second base right now. Alvarez with a chance to bring the Astros a little closer. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Whoa, he threw that one way behind Alvarez. Altuve will jog over to third base. That was the wildest pitch I have seen this year. That came out of his hand, and it may have hit the grass before it even got to the plate. It was so wild that it was behind Alvarez. Let's see where it bounced. Yeah, it bounced before it hit the dirt, but it bounced before it even got to the first baseline behind Alvarez and went all the way to the fence, all the way to the wall. 2-1 is the count with Altuve on third base. Here comes a pitch. Swing and a miss on the inside by Alvarez. 90 miles an hour. 2-2 is the count. All Jordan needs to do here is get a single to drive in Altuve, but it would be much preferable to see a nice home run. This one is also in the dirt, but this one is blocked by the catcher, so Altuve is not able to, take home. But that will make the count full. 3-2, bottom of the 8th, full count, 2 outs. Altuve on third. Jordan is at the plate. The crowd is giving a little bit of cheering right now, not too much. There's a timeout called by the catcher. He's going to run out to the mound and talk with Kelly. The crowd is booing. Boo. They're discussing probably what to do with this pitch with Alvarez, but it would be really funny that after this mound visit, Alvarez just cranks one out. I love it when the other team makes a plan, and then when they execute the plan, they get punished for it. That's what happened with Diaz. He had to hit the 2-run shot on the very first pitch after a pitching change. It'd be nice to see the same thing here. The 3-2 count pitch from Kelly to Alvarez. A long pause, and here's the pitch. This one is hit hard by Alvarez, but it is foul down the first base line and out of play. Alvarez did crank that one, but he got around on it way too early. 3-2 count remains. And here's the delivery. Another long pause by Kelly. Jordan waits. This one is hit hard, 100 miles per hour, but it's going to float harmlessly out to left field and taken in by the left fielder. Another waste as Altuve is left on third base. The Astros continue to strand their base runners, and Jordan continues to look rather anemic, to be honest. When he does get a hit recently, it's been pretty weak, and otherwise in the series he's been a non-factor. Pretty disappointing. Altuve has a couple of hits. His average has moved up actually in this game. He's now at 309. Altuve's getting on base. He's doing his job, and he's just not getting knocked in, just like the other Astros who are getting on base. They're not getting moved around. The only reason that Altuve got over to third base is because of a wild pitch. But then Bregman and Alvarez come up and end the inning. So the Astros, right now, their bats are just cold, and they seem determined to lose this game. It would really be nice to see them sweep the Dodgers. I always want them to beat the Dodgers specifically because I just don't like Dodgers fans. But at home, they've won the first 2. They had a great comeback yesterday. To come back again today and win would be phenomenal. And that would make me very, very happy. But the way they're batting right now doesn't seem likely. But once again, like I said yesterday, you don't give up on the game even if your team is down by many runs, because you never know what's going to happen. And even though I was disappointed when the Astros were down by many runs yesterday and it seemed like they were not going to be able to pull out the game, that's what I said. I said, you never know. You continue to stick with it, watch the game. And the Astros came back and won the game with a Alex Bregman walk-off in the 9th inning. They have the same opportunity today. They're comparing some long home runs. I think the one that Ohtani hit and then the one that Singleton hit. First pitch to Ohtani is delivered by Rafael Montero, who's now on the mound for the Astros here in the top of the 8th, or top of the 9th rather. Outside for a ball. Next pitch is also outside for ball 2. Yeah, in this series, Ohtani has been on base 7 times, but today he hasn't had a very good game. Third pitch, also outside. 3 pitches in a row outside by Montero, and he asks for a ball change. 0 for 4 today is Ohtani. Here comes a 3-0 pitch from Montero. This one's high in the zone and fouled away by Ohtani, so he tried to launch that one. 97 miles per hour in the top of the zone. Good pitch by Montero. Ohtani had the right idea, probably, to be swinging away at that one. 3-1 is the count. Here comes a pitch from Montero. Way up and inside. Ohtani backs out, and that'll be ball 4. He will get a walk there. That is, I believe, the second walk of the game for Ohtani. That will bring up Teoscar Hernandez. Hernandez has 2 hits this game and hit a home run against Brian King earlier. He has 1 RBI on that solo shot. First pitch from Montero to him is on the way. And Ohtani is running. And did they get him? They say he's safe. The throw wasn't bad, and the tag was there by Altuve, but it looks like he just barely beat the throw. Here's the replay. That was really close. Wow, he just barely beat that tag. If the throw had been about another foot or 2 further, they could have gotten him, I think. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. And that's a swing and a miss, or I'm sorry, swing and a foul ball back to the screen for strike 1. 1-1 against Hernandez. Ohtani on second base, and I guess I should move. I still had a base runner on third. That's my bad. Change that. 1-1 is the count against Teoscar Hernandez. Montero dealing. Here comes the pitch. This one is fouled away to the right side for strike 2. They say that Ohtani could become the first player to win the MVP as a DH. I'm not sure how I feel about that. He might be a great hitter, but he's not playing in the field. I kind of feel like the MVP should be a fielder also. Next pitch is a chopper to Altuve, who goes over to first. Shohei will easily advance to third base. 1 out here in the top of the 9th. I don't know what you guys think about that, but most consecutive seasons reaching the playoffs, the Los Angeles Dodgers between 2013 and 2023 have 11. The Astros are second with 7. Next batter is Gavin Lux. First pitch to him is on the outside for a ball. how you guys feel about that. If you have the ability to type in the live stream chat, I'd like to know what you think. Do you think that a designated hitter should be allowed to be the MVP of the league, or of the entire major league? I'm not so sure about that, unless it's just ungodly. You know, if he's batting 400 and he's got 70 home runs or something. I mean, if it's really far and away, he's just destroying the pitchers. But think about that. If you know that you're not going to be playing in the field and all you do is just hit, I don't know how I feel about that. Right now, the Astros are only ahead by 0.5. It looks like the game with the Mariners is over. It is. They win 6-3. So I believe with a loss here, the Astros will be once again only in first place by the skin of their teeth. 2-0 pitch to Gavin Lux. Little outside, but called strike. That was a gift from the umpire by Montero. 2-1 is the count. One away. Ohtani on third. Montero about to bring in the pitch. He does. That one's way outside for ball 3, so Montero letting the count get away from him. So he gives up a walk to Ohtani. He does get one out on a ground ball to second base, but now he's behind in the count, 3-1. Here comes the pitch. That one's in the dirt for ball 4. He puts another runner on. Dodgers are going to have runners on the corners with one out. I have to say it, as much as I would like for Montero to do well, I just feel like when they bring him in, if they're ahead, I worry about them losing because he's going to give up runs. That's the way I look at it. If the Astros are behind, I feel like they bring him in because they're just giving up. They're not trying to win the game anymore. Because Montero, to me, is just, he's at best typically just kind of mid, you know. Runners on the corners, one out. First pitch to Jason Hayward, just a little too low for ball 1. I don't remember how much they're paying Montero, but whatever it is, it's too much. 1 ball, no strikes. Here comes the pitch. This one is hit out to left field. It looks like it's pretty far back. Is it playable? It is for Yordan, but Ohtani is going to easily tag and score. That's going to be 6-2. Hayward's sacrifice fly gives the Dodgers a 4-run lead over the Astros here in the top of the 9th. It looks like the runner stayed on first base. He was not able to advance. Yep. So, like I said, Ohtani does what he usually does and gives up runs. 2 outs now with a runner on first. He's facing Enrique Hernandez. Montero with a pickoff move first, but he's easily back. Hernandez is back in the box. Montero looking for the signal. He's got what he wants. Here comes the pitch. Outside for ball 1. Not surprised. One ball, no strikes, the count against Kike Hernandez. Here comes the pitch from Montero. That one's inside and hit to the left. That's going to be a single. Dodgers are going to advance to second base on that single by Hernandez. So runners on first and second with 2 outs. Montero continues to do Montero things. Two runners on, 2 outs. Dodgers up 6-2 over the Astros. Kevin Biggio comes up to bat. Here comes the first pitch to him. Way inside, almost takes off his kneecaps. That's ball 1. Biggio is 1 for 4. He did come up with a big hit earlier and get an RBI. Here comes the next pitch to him right up the middle. He flies that out, skies it up to left field. Jordan is under it and catches it for the 3rd out. That will end the inning, but not before the Dodgers pick up another run. Now the Astros are in a 4-run hole once again. Kind of ridiculous. The Astros were down by 3 runs. They managed to get 2, pull within 1. Then they have proceeded to give up 3 more runs and are down by 4. This is the Astros' last chance to do something. They've got 4 runs to make up in the bottom of the 9th. Will they be able to do that? Who knows? Let's see what ESPN says about that. Let's see what the game tracker says about their chance of... Why is it not working? I don't know what's going on with my game tracker right now. My browser is completely frozen. The ESPN site is not loading. It seems that the browser is broken. I will reopen it. My browser is acting like the Astros batting right now. It's just breaking down. Okay. So according to the game tracker, the win probability of the Dodgers right now is 98.5%. So if the Astros can come back and walk this game off, they will have accomplished the 1.5% possibility of winning this game. But it's possible. It's very possible because the Astros normally do quite well between the 7th and 9th inning, and so far they haven't done that. So maybe they're saving up all of their run for this inning. The Astros will get 5 runs this inning and beat the Dodgers 6-7. That's my prediction. I'm sticking with it. We are finally back from the MLB TV break. Looks like the Dodgers have Brent Honeywell on the mound. He's only pitched 12 innings. His ERA is .75. He's facing Yainer Diaz. First pitch is down the middle. 93 miles an hour for a strike. He's looking for the signal. He finally has what he wants. Here comes the second pitch to Yainer Diaz. This one's on the inside corner. Could have gone either way, but it's a ball, so 1-1. Diaz does have a home run this game. He drove in the only 2 runs that the Astros have in this game so far. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Diaz. This one is outside for ball 2. Let's see if the Astros can get something going here. The Dodgers have 8 hits this game. The Astros have only managed 4. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. Low and away for ball 3. Honeywell looking for the call. He's got what he wants, and he goes into his windup. Here's the pitch. This one is hit on the left side, and it's going to be scooped up by the shortstop. He fires over to first, no problem. He puts Diaz away. That'll be the first out of the inning. Astros down to their last 2 outs to do something here about this 4-run deficit. It's an incredibly disappointing game when your only 2 runs are off of a 2-run shot and you've stranded so many base runners. This is the kind of stuff that aggravates me with a game like this, especially with the Astros, who have so much talent. And Jordan has been so terrible recently. It's disappointing. Jeremy Pena is at the bat now. He takes the first pitch right down the gut for strike 1. Pena is 0 for 3 today, which surprises me because he hasn't really looked bad at the plate. Second pitch, he swings and misses off the inside corner, kind of off the fists. Quickly 0-2. Looks like they're trying to end this game quickly, just go home. We won the series, guys. You know, let's go home. I don't understand all the reasons why their hitting has been so anemic, but that's the way it's been. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. This one's on the outside corner. Jeremy takes a terrible swing. Disappointing swing at that one. Strike 3. The Astros are down to their last out. This game is almost over. Astros. Yeah, the tracker now says the Dodgers have a 99.9% chance of winning this game. So the Astros only have like a 0.01% chance of winning. Singleton is up to bat. First pitch to him is in there for a strike on the lower outside corner. A little bit of a breaking ball. Not something that Singleton normally hits well. 0-1. 0-1 pitch from Honeywell is on the way. On the outside corner again, but this one is a little out, so that'll be ball 1. 1-1. Count is even. Let's start a 2-out rally, guys. Here comes a 1-1 pitch outside for ball 2. I want to take this opportunity to tell you guys thank you for joining. For those of you who did listen, who stopped in to listen, I appreciate you being here. Slowly my subscriber count is creeping up, but it's terrible right now. I've only got about 14. You know, your support is appreciated. As John Singleton takes a strike on the outside corner for the second strike. The count is now even 2-2. He takes a moment to step out of the box. The crowd is cheering a little bit. Looks like they're hoping for John to do something here. Honeywell looking for the call. He's got it. And here comes the 2-2 pitch. This one is hit down the line and caught. A line drive caught by the first baseman. A diving catch to end the game. And that's going to be it for the Astros in this game. They lose the game, but they win the series against the Dodgers 6-2. An absolutely terrible performance batting for the Astros, and a pretty lame pitching performance in the second half of the game. So through the first 5 innings, the Astros only give up 1 run to the Dodgers, but from that point on, they give up 4 more. All of the runs in this game coming from home runs. Yainer Diaz hits a 2-run home run, and the Dodgers hit home runs. Oh, I'm sorry, in the 9th inning, the Dodgers did get a sacrifice fly, but the rest of their runs came from home runs. I'm gonna mute game here for a second. I'll give you guys a really quick recap. I'm not gonna camp out too long on it because it was a pretty miserable game. But like I said, through the first 4 innings, both teams had no hitters going. The pitchers had no hitters going. No score, no hits, nothing. And then the top of the 5th, the Dodgers were able to get on the board with a solo shot. The Astros did not respond in the bottom of the 5th. In the top of the 6th, the Dodgers put 2 more runs on the board with a 2-run home run. The Astros responded in the bottom of the 6th with a 2-run shot of their own by Yainer Diaz. And at that time, the score was only 3-2. In the 7th inning, both teams once again scored nothing. But the Dodgers came back in the 8th and 9th inning with 3 more runs. They scored 2 in the 8th with another home run. And then a sacrifice fly, which scored Ohtani from third base to give them a 4-run lead, 6-2. The Astros in the bottom of the 9th weren't able to do anything. And so the score remained 6-2. That's our final score. The Dodgers with 8 hits and no errors. The Astros with 4 hits and no errors. I might do a game summary later on for people who missed the game. But this game was not fun at all. And I will be logging off now. I'm going to end the live stream here and then go back to bed and get some rest. It is now 6 o'clock in the morning. I've been up since 2:45, and I'm very happy to go back to bed. It's disappointing to get up so early and call a game like this. It's just terrible. Terrible, terrible. Real quick, I'll give you an update on the next game. The next game tomorrow is going to be Pittsburgh They're going to be playing at Minute Maid Park again at home. The game is going to be a little later than it was today. Scheduled to pitch for the Astros is Jake Bloss. In Bloss's last start, he got blown up with a lot of home runs. He gave up like 5 or 6 runs, all on homers. He gave up like 4 or 5 home runs. It was pretty messed up. And so I'm hoping that he has a better outing this time. But he's facing Paul Skeens, if that's how you say his name. And the Astros, despite having Bloss on the mound, they're listed by the matchup predictor to have a 53% chance of winning. But they're not going to win if they're not hitting the ball, especially with Jake Bloss on the mound. But I will see you for that game, so if you guys are interested in following that game and listening in, then I will see you there. Please look for the notification. Make sure that you subscribe to my channel and click the notification bell. That way, whenever I do have a live stream coming up, you'll get the notification and be able to join in. I appreciate your likes, subscribe, support. If you can or are interested in doing that, please feel free to donate. I have a PayPal link in the description, and any money that you send will be used to help support me in my medical expenses. I've got some very expensive cancer medications and treatments going on right now, and any support that you can give is highly appreciated. But that's it for me today, guys. I'm going to end it right here. Unfortunately, the Astros do drop the Game 3 versus the Dodgers and don't get the sweep. But 2 out of 3 against the Dodgers, it's not bad. Hopefully they'll continue playing like they did in the first game and the comeback that they had in the second game as they faced the Pirates at home in Houston. Until then, until tomorrow, have a great one. Bye.